Welcome back to the 30-Day Transformation Challenge, Week 1, Day number 4. So yesterday, you were encouraged to spend some time thinking about and solidifying in your own mind where you want to be in 30 days. Specifically, how you want your prayer life transformed. See, it is imperative that you have a vision of what you want your prayer life to look like. I think this is where it all begins. And certainly you seek out the help of God in formulating that vision. But you wrote a letter to God. If you've done yesterday's activity, which if you haven't, pause this video and get to it and let that be the priority for your development today. But you wrote that letter, and it's nothing more than a heartfelt desire for God to transform your prayer walk, your relationship with Him is really what this is all about. Remember that behind the longing to experience a transformed or a different prayer life is a desire to be more like Jesus. That is the goal of all of this, because we've started this whole thing out with the belief, you and I believe, we believe that what the world needs is more of Jesus. And the way He does that, the way God gets more of Jesus into our world, is through people like you and me who surrender to Him. And so let me take a moment to encourage you to keep up the activities, keep the focus, keep depending upon God to give you the power, the strength to experience a transformed life, a transformed prayer life. It could easily be said, as you've noticed in your guide, that our desire to be more like Jesus, to be transformed, is really the same as a desire for greater peace or greater harmony in our lives or greater joy or patience, because Jesus embodied all of those things perfectly. And so as we become more like Him, we begin to experience more love, more patience, more joy, more peace, all those things we so deeply want in our lives. We get to experience them as we become more like Him. So reread that letter. Let that be an activity perhaps you do for several days coming, that you read that letter to yourself. Maybe you can email it to yourself, and that way you'll have it on your phone when you're at work, or you get your personal mail at work, or mail it to your email at work, so that you can read it. Put it in front of you. Get it to where you are seeing it quite frequently, and even more, you may consider sharing that with a spouse, someone who will pray for you in that regard. The next activity on today's list, day number 4 again, is just simply to remember your appointment with Jesus. Keep that time frame to pray. Keep it. Don't let anything come in its way. Okay? Very, very important. And then include in that time your journal. Write in your journal what you were experiencing, the vision again. If you need to flesh that out even more, do so right now. Do that today. Don't skip this exercise, okay? Very, very important that you continue to hone in that vision, that you allow God to capture for you the kind of person He wants you to become in regards to your prayer life. See, it's all about Him. It's about depending on Him to transform us. And I know that's going to happen with you because you trust in Jesus. That's the name of the game, if you will. And finally, on the third activity, take the time to read Matthew 26, verses 36 through 46. And I want you to just ponder and contemplate and to think about this prayer of Jesus. Okay? What is it that characterizes this prayer? What kind of mindset did He have? What was His predisposition or His attitude towards His Father, particularly trusting His Father? And as you read this, you don't need other commentaries. Please, in fact, I would encourage you not to consult other books. You have the best interpreter of the Bible living within you, and that is the Spirit of God. Just seek after the truth. Tell God to illuminate that scripture, to open your eyes and your heart to what He's saying to you. And as He speaks, listen, and then write those words down in your journal. But He will guide you as you think about, as you allow the Spirit to guide your thinking about His Word, about this very, very intimate, very emotional, very critical time period, an event in Jesus's life. So write those responses down. And again, you just want to let the Spirit lead you, okay? This shouldn't take you very long, but my experience has been the more you get into it, the more you allow the Spirit to lead you, the longer you're going to be spending time either with that scripture or somewhere else. But rejoice in that. Give God thanks in that because that's His acting in your life to transform you, okay? You've got this. Just take today, live for Jesus, incorporate these disciplines, these exercises into your life. You will be helped if you will trust in Him to transform you. Okay, I'll see you next time.